You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
I have to give this movie a 6.5 out of 10.
Beautiful people and tennis. I
mean, what more do you need?
Sometimes more is not more.
Exactly. It's a very, very good movie.
Quite an endorsement.
Yes.
Welcome back to Arkansas Style. All right, movie fans, grab your popcorn because it's time for another edition of Real Reviews. Film critic Michael Cook is here with his take on two new films currently playing in theaters. First up, Sinners, a supernatural action horror starring Michael B. Jordan, where two brothers return home hoping for peace but find something much darker waiting for them. And then we're switching gears with The Wedding Banquet, a romantic comedy full of heart, humor, and a few unexpected family surprises. Michael's got his ratings locked and loaded. The only question is, what's the question? Which movie are we going to start with, Michael?
Let's start off with Sinners.
All right, deal.
You throwing a big event tonight? Listen here. This ain't no house party. Y'all ready to drink? Y'all ready to sweat till y'all stink?
You want some?
You keep dancing with the devil. One day he's gonna follow you home.
Still hurts coming back.
Why you here, Smoke? Smoke. Why you here? We're gonna kill every last one of you.
Love you.
Okay, a little spicy
there's a lot there.
and pretty scary.
Yes.
What's happening?
Let's talk about it. So this movie is set in 1932 Mississippi. Michael B. Jordan actually plays two roles. He plays twins who are originally from Mississippi but had been living in Chicago and basically being gangsters for many years. They come back to their small town of Clarksdale, Mississippi, and they want to open up a juke joint. So the movie is basically told over one long day and one long night while these two brothers try to get everything organized for their juke joint, where they reconnect with old friends and old flames, and inviting everybody to the party. We got beer, we got booze, we got catfish, whatever you want. We got music too. Come on down to our juke joint. As you see, of course, they get it going. Miles Canton plays their cousin, who's a wonderful blues singer and has almost mystical powers as he sings. But as you see from the trailer, there is something evil outside of this juke joint that's trying to get in. I won't give away specifically what it is, but they're trying to fight off this evil and trying to keep each other safe. Michael B. Jordan, I think, is absolutely fantastic as these twins, and it works perfectly. You believe that he's playing that these are two different people, and a fantastic cast that rounds out with Delroy Lindo and others throughout the film. I think this movie is just almost a masterpiece. It's a combination of Jim Crow South and kind of that piece, but also a mesh of a horror movie that I thought worked just absolutely wonderfully. I give this a 9.5 out of 10. And I'm not a big fan of horror movies, so that tells you that I thought this was just absolutely perfect.
Michael, you used the word masterpiece.
Almost, yeah, almost, because it does exactly. The beats are almost all perfect, and I just love what the director did here.
I'll have to work up a little courage because I'm not a big fan of scary movies like that, but that did really look pretty awesome.
Very well done.
Okay, well, let's continue on, and we got a rom-com coming up, yes?
The Wedding Banquet.
Okay.
I'm putting you on speaker. It's Min.
Hello?
Good morning, Angela. What's going on?
Hey, Chris.
You look like a ghost. A hot, gay ghost. My grandmother doesn't know I'm gay. Will you marry me?
Me?
What?
My daughter marrying a man.
It's for the cause. We're helping a gay couple stay together. I'm on my way to the airport.
Because Min's grandmother flew in from Korea to meet her future granddaughter-in-law.
What are we supposed to do exactly?
We gotta de-queer the house. God, you have so much lesbian literature. Honey, I'm home.
Have you picked the wedding date?
We don't want a ceremony.
No ceremony?
This is absurd.
Cheese. Let's try looking more in love.
Everything in this house is gay!
Okay, so it said one big mess. I'm gonna second that.
It looks like a big mess.
A little messy.
Exactly, exactly.
Okay.
Well, this movie is actually a remake of a 1993 film by Ang Lee. It's also called The Wedding Banquet. But here it's kind of been updated for these modern times. You have two couples, Bowen Yang and Han Chi-chung. They play a gay couple. Lily Gladstone and Nicole Marie Tran are the lesbian couple. They actually are basically live on the same house and guest house, and they're all good friends. Well, the young man, Han, his grandmother wants him to basically join the family company, but she doesn't know that he's gay. Basically join the company or we cut you off, and he comes up with an idea that let me propose marriage, let me marry the one of the other couple, the lesbian couple, so I can stay in this country, and then I'll pay for the IVF for this couple that's trying to have a child. Of course, the grandmother wants to come to the wedding, and that's where comedy is supposed to ensue. And you see where I'm going with this. I love the original 1993 version. It is just hilarious and farcical. This one, from the trailer, the trailer makes it seem like it's a fun, kind of a silly movie. This movie just has drama on top of melodrama that just sort of weighs you down. And a romantic comedy is supposed to have some comedy. That is what this is lacking. And it's surprising because Bowen Yang and Joan Chen both have great comedic skills, and they're not really put to good use here. So this movie just kind of felt like a wet blanket with too much seriousness, and what should have been what they were advertising should have been a fun movie. So frankly, I wasn't that crazy about this one. I gave it a 6.5 out of 10. I recommend just watching the original 1993 Wedding Banquet and just have a fun time with that one.
Isn't that the truth? I mean, sometimes the remakes are not as good as the
Exactly.
original.
That's very true. That's very true.
Well, interesting picks, definitely on
Two different movies.
Yes,
Exactly.
yeah, well, great writing on Trey's part. All right, well, thanks, Michael. Great to see you, as always. Again, both movies are currently playing in theaters near you, so grab your friends, find the nearest one, and have yourself a movie night. Stick around, we'll chat with a member of Conway Men's Chorus, a volunteer group of seasoned singers who are putting on a free concert. The when and the where, that's next. You're watching Arkansas Style.